Hello, in this video we will look at the copper physiology. So basically the copper physiology we will discuss here. So let's begin to understand with the basic concept. In plant basically copper used for the photosynthesis and the chlorophyll basically used for the magnesium. Chlorophyll is contain magnesium, but the copper is used as a oxidation and reduction during the synthesis of the starch in the plant and release the oxygen and absorb the carbon dioxide. So important thing is that copper are present in the soil in the form of copper oxide as well as simple copper, so which that is absorbed for the normal function of the storage of starch as well as the normal function in the electron transport chain as well as other catalytic as well as the anabolic and catabolic system. So the leafy vegetables contain a copper. Why? Because normal function is important. So this leafy vegetable is basically a source of the coppers and almonds and other products which that is come from the plant. So the copper is trace mineral. High is toxic and cellular damage and normally play physiological normal copper play physiological roles in our body. We will discuss in this video, so please make sure to watch whole video. So here is the duodenum, which that is the stomach contain small intestine. First is the small intestine. When we will take the copper containing food when go into the small intestine where that complete absorption will be occur. So here is the bolus formation after the move into the stomach. So this bolus formation will be occur after the semi digestion of starch. So basically is go into the duodenum after the further digestion, so that is known as the chyme, and move into the wall of intestine and absorb into the wall of intestine with the enterocyte. So the enterocyte is the brush border enzyme containing enterocytes. These contain microvilli, and that is the villi convert into the microvilli for increasing of the surface area. So here is the copper are present in the lumen. I am drawing here. So basically brush border cells contain brush border enzyme. We will not understand in this video, just understanding the copper absorption. So the CTR, the copper transporting one channel which that is allowed to move the copper inside. So this copper is basically directly moved, not import, transport, any transport. So the copper when move into the enterocytes, here is the important gene which that produce the ATP7A protein, ATPase7A protein. This ATPase7A protein will stimulate, this is the channel creating gene which produce after the synthesis of this protein to create the ATP7A channel, which that is allowed to mobilization of the copper into the blood circulatory system. So the monkey syndrome is the impaired copper absorption and mutation in protein ATP7A. So it means that mutation of this gene will lead to inhibit the production of ATPase7A. ATP is basically ATP dependent 7A, which that is not produced. So it means the copper will not absorb into the blood circulatory system. So the deficiency of the copper is known as the monkey syndrome. While the when move into the blood vessel, so the portal circulation first of all move into the portal artery. So the portal circulation after the transport to the liver. So this copper will transport to the liver. So this copper is basically when transport to the liver through a copper transporting channel 1 or copper transporter channel 1 or transporting with basically 1 is possibly can be. So basically when move inside, so it means the inside is the ATP7B, which that is produced by the hepatocyte. So this ATP7B is produced from the gene ATP7B, and this mutation causes the Wilson disease. Why? Because ATP7B is the transporter, basically is donate the copper to the ceruloplasmic ceruloplasmic. So this ceruloplasmin will attach with the copper and go to the Golgis. So let's begin to understand. First of all, here is the apoceruloplasmin will be as a apoenzyme like work, which that is converted by the cofactor copper used as a cofactor to bind with the apoceruloplasmin protein as a apoenzyme to convert a ceruloplasmin is the holoenzyme. So this holoenzyme basically, and this holoenzyme is the mature enzyme which that is go in with the binding with the ATP7B protein, and this basically dissociation will be occur, and after the ADP conversion and ATP is used to further increasing of the copper, and this copper will be further increased. So after the increasing of the copper, which that is basically separation with the ATP7B protein and the bound with the ceruloplasmin protein further copper. So 6 copper containing a protein will be occur after this, and some copper remain free in the circulatory system. So total free and bound state of the copper with the ceruloplasmin protein to indicate the normal blood serum is the copper content for normal function in tissue. So the normal copper is very important because the high amount of copper in our blood will give the toxicity with the toxin production. So basically the free radical production we will discuss in this video next. So important thing is that these free copper and bound state which that is donated to the tissues where the different organs or different tissue require the copper, and this copper is free state or bound state will donate it to the tissues. So important thing is that here is the metallothionein is the which that is the excess of the copper will be excreted by the action of metallothionein, which that is bind with the ATP7B as a substrate, basically which that is act to release excess copper into the bile. So that means the in excess of the copper as a waste will be released into the bile into the duodenum from the bile duct. So after this will be lead to excrete. So this is the excretion mechanism. While here is we will discuss about the copper containing enzyme. So the copper containing enzyme is very important in our body, in our function, in our physiology. So let's begin to understand the redox reaction. So the copper is important for the redox reaction for the electron electron donation. So when electron accept, it means it will be copper 2 plus convert into that 1 plus. So that is the electron acceptor and electron donation donator. So that it is reduction and oxidation state can be. So the here is the different enzyme. For example, we will understand the cytochrome oxidase, superoxide dismutase, tyrosinase, and lysyl oxidase, and dopamine beta hydroxylase. So this here is the cytochrome C oxidase, which that is electron transport chain is a important function for it. So the cytochrome C oxireductase are present in the electron transport chain complex 4, which contain a copper, and this copper is donate the electron after the complete electron transport near the ATPase synthetase enzyme. So the ATPase will donate the proton during the ATP synthesis, while the releasing of the electron from the copper to 2 electron release, and this two proton and two electron bind with a half molecule of oxygen to give a water. So this function is very important for the normal function of the electron transport chain. But on the other hand, the superoxide dismutase is also important, is as play as an antioxidation. So this means here is the oxygen, for example, which that is converted into the free radical due to the addition of the one more electron. So this is the toxic, and it is convert again the simple oxygen. So it means the copper will accept the electron from the oxygen free radical oxide. So that means it accept the electron or donate the electron to convert again oxygen, or accept the electron, so it convert into the plus 2. If the donate, so it can be donate. So high copper, if we will talk about the high copper, so it means the hydrogen peroxide, which that is H2O2 will be dissociation to produce free radical. Why? Because it is donation of the electron from the copper and oxidation to lead a Wilson disease. On the other hand, this is the excess of the copper will create the free radical of hydroxyl free radical, cause DNA damage and cancerous a process. So on the other hand, in the nephron, which that is caused the Fanconi syndrome. Fanconi syndrome is basically occur in the proximal convoluted tubule, which that means basically it is caused due to the Wilson disease. And Wilson disease also lead to fatty liver, hepatitis A, B, C, and cirrhosis in liver and portal hypertension. On the other hand, the hemolysis will be occur, the breakdown of the red blood cell. So that is important things. On the other hand, we will discuss if the tyrosinase enzyme, which that is also required the copper for melanin skin melanin pigment synthesis. So this melanin pigment is create the color. So that means the color of the skin is due to the tyrosinase, with the copper is the cofactor. On the other hand, the lysyl oxidase is the used for the cross linking of the collagen in the cell, and collagen basically is a different function. So here is the dopamine beta hydroxylase enzyme, which that is produced the noradrenaline and adrenaline, so which that is used for the fight and flight response. Ceruloplasmin is the protein which that is used for the oxidation of the iron. So the peroxidase is used for it, and basically the peroxidase is donation of the copper to iron, basically conversion, and this ferric to ferrous or ferrous to ferric conversion is the iron metabolism. For the ferrous conversion, ferrous is important for us, so the ferric to ferric conversion is for the transferrin protein, which that is give the ferrous to the transferrin protein. So this all process is the ceruloplasmin protein, while on the other hand the copper transport is due to the ceruloplasmin. So this was the copper physiology. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and comment about the new video.